Before you install your blocks, it's important that you first plan your layout. Measure your wall and use our Layout Assistant tool in the Nanoleaf app before you begin mounting. To prepare your panel for mounting, attach the included large tape to the four sides of the mounting plate on the back side of the blocks panel. Then, attach your linkers where the next panel in your plan layout will be. If the panel you are working with will house the connector to the power supply or the controller for your lights, make sure you also attach them now. Before installing your layout, make sure your wall is clean and free of all dust and moisture. When you are sure that your first panel is ready to be installed, peel the backing off of the adhesive strips and place it on your wall. Make sure to apply pressure for at least 30 seconds on each side of the panel to ensure the adhesive sticks. Adjust your first panel after you placed it, using a level to ensure it is straight. This is important to check since the first panel will act as a guide for the rest of your layout. The same mounting procedure is used for both the textured and small squares. Except for the small squares, make sure you use the small mounting tape instead of the larger ones. To mount the light pegboard, first remove the 4 white screws in the corners of the panel to remove the pegboard cover. Make sure to save these screws for later. Then, as you would for a square panel, attach your linkers. If necessary, also attach your controller and power supply unit. Once that's done, apply your adhesive strips to the mounting plate, peel off the adhesive backing, and add the panel to your layout. Apply pressure for at least 30 seconds on each side. If this is the first panel in your layout, adjust after you placed it, using a level to ensure it is straight. This is important to check since the first panel will act as a guide for the rest of your layout. Trace the holes with a pencil to mark where to install the wall anchors for later. Pull the panel off of the mounting plate and install the wall anchors in the previously marked locations. Place the back tray onto the mounting plate and secure it to the wall with the 4 drywall screws. Screw back on the pegboard cover, attach your hooks into the pegboard's holes, and you're done. Here's a neat tip for connecting multiple light pegboards together that will help reduce the amount of screws in your wall. Keep in mind, make sure you don't connect 5 or more pegboards together using this method. First, when mounting your pegboards, screw the back trays on the outside corners of your arrangement. Next, connect your pegboards together using the screws, washer, and hex nut. Finally, screw the pegboard cover onto the back trays and you're finished. Our block shelves are compatible with all Nanoleaf Blocks panels. In this video, we'll go over 3 different ways to set up your shelf. 1. At the bottom of your Nanoleaf Blocks panel with the included shelf cover. 2. Between 2 panels without a cover. And finally 3. At the top of a panel setup with the included shelf cover. Make sure all of your panels have already been placed before installing your shelves. For a shelf at the bottom of a panel, apply mounting tape to the back of your shelf cover. Align the shelf cover to the bottom of your panel and apply pressure to mount. Pull your panel from its mounting plate. Place your shelf into the shelf cover using the shorter prongs. Mark the holes on the longer exposed prongs with a pencil and remove the shelf from the cover. Install the appropriate wall anchors into the marked holes. Place your shelf back into the shelf cover and use the provided screws to secure it to the wall. Reattach your panel to its mounting plate and you're done. For a shelf in between 2 panels, find the 2 panels you want to install the shelf between. Remove the top panel from the layout. You may need to remove the surrounding panels to achieve this. Then, place the short prongs of your shelf into the top of your bottom panel. Mark the holes with a pencil, install your anchors, and screw your shelf into place. Reattach the top panel to its mounting plate, and you've successfully installed a shelf between 2 panels. For a shelf at the top of your layout, first place your shelf by sliding the 2 long prongs into the back of your panel. Mark where your anchors will go in the holes of the exposed short prongs, then remove the shelf. Install your wall anchors and place your shelf back into the panel with 2 screws. Attach 2 adhesive strips to the back of your shelf cover and mount it so that it hides the 2 exposed prongs. And there you have it. Congratulations on installing shelves with your Nanoleaf blocks. Be sure to follow for more helpful tips.